Today, we're going to be doing a live Q&A on the Google Core Update because I was bumped into a friend earlier today in Bangkok. I'm walking around, getting the 10,000 steps in as usual, and I hadn't seen this guy for years, but basically we started SEO at the same time. And I was saying, like, what are you going to do today then, mate? You know, when you're in Bangkok or whatever. And he said, I'm not going to do that much because I don't work anymore. And I was like, why don't you work anymore? He said he sold his business, his website, for 7 figures recently. And after that, he saw that all these content sites took a massive beating, right? If you look over sort of the last 12 months, HCU comes out, a couple more updates come out, people get their affiliate sites, particularly all their content sites, smashed to absolute pieces. But what he didn't realize, and I tried to tell him this, is a lot of sites, ever since the latest Google Core Update came out, have actually bounced back massively. And I figured, like, wow, if he's living and breathing SEO and even he doesn't know, there's probably a lot of people out there who don't realize how much has changed since the latest Core Update. So that's what we're going to get into today. And if you have any questions as we go along, feel free to ask them. So what I'm going to do is share my screen. I'll show you an example of apps, you know, what I'm absolutely talking about here. So, for example, this is driveandreview.com, right? DR8 website. So content website, they're trying to get traffic from SEO. And you can see it's quite a low authority site. However, if we look, say, over the last 5 years, they took an absolute pounding around the helpful content update last year. Pretty sad to see, if you ask me. In fact, I saw another website the other day, I can't remember the name of them, but basically their core update was amazing, and the update just got released like a couple of weeks ago. Their core update was so good that the traffic bounced back to where it was previously before the helpful content update. But here's a really, really sad thing. They actually went bankrupt, and they declared bankruptcy like the day before that happened, right? Before their traffic came back. And so just to give you an idea, like pretty much like content sites, a lot of really good ones are bouncing back to where they were previously. And so if you're like, oh, you know, I thought the content site game was dead, or I thought the ad revenue game was dead, or you can't build niche sites anymore. Here's an example of a site that's just bouncing back pretty nicely, if you ask me, and they're bouncing back more and more every single day. So driveandreview.com, they were previously down to like 0 traffic a few weeks ago, and now it's bounced back up to 15,000, and that is increasing. And it wouldn't surprise me if they get somewhere near where they were previously. Even if they get up to there, like, they should be pretty happy, because that's like December 2022 levels, and the traffic has come back massively. To put that in context, if you look, say, over the last week or so, the last couple of weeks since the 15th of August, when the core update was announced, you can see that previously they were at 9 traffic, and now that is bouncing back all the way up to a magical level of 14,700. And so that sort of gives you an idea of where we're at with the core update. Like, the algorithm has changed massively. Sites are bouncing back and spiking back in terms of their traffic. And it's a really interesting time. As another example of that, you can see Oil Therapy Central. And this is a niche site that we created with AI. And basically, you can see here that their traffic as well is just booming since the core update, right? Core update comes out, they're just at a measly 24 clicks a day. They were at 0 a few months ago. And then boom, straight to 142 clicks a day. And that's increasing all the time. And so if you're worried, like, oh, the content game is dead, or the niche site game is dead, or SEO is dead, or too hard anymore, I think this is like undeniable, irrefutable evidence that actually it's the opposite, right? And the algorithm has changed massively when it comes to SEO over the last few weeks. And the cool thing about this is it's an opportunity, right? If you're watching this channel, 99% of people, even people who've sold their website for 7 figures, don't even know about this, but you do, because you're watching this video. And so it's an opportunity to get these sites rolling and to get some more SEO traffic. Evergreen says, what's up, brother? Happy to see you here. And Marky says, hey, Julian, got any examples of AI content sites bouncing back? Nice. Yeah, so here's an AI content site. You can see they've gone from 0 clicks a couple of months ago all the way up to 142. We've got baconbacon.com, and they're a DR29 website, as you can see right here. Now, again, if you look at a year ago, back in September, they were at 17,000 traffic. That basically went to 0, as you can see right here, pretty much to 0. And then we have liftoff at the August 2024 core update, and all of a sudden, boom, traffic's back up to higher than it was, right? Previously, it was at 17,000 organic traffic. Now it's at 22,000, and that's increasing all the time. Mike 4G says, always dropping gold. Good to see you on here. And yeah, absolutely amazing, if you ask me. We've got Retro Dodo as well. RetroDodo.com, if we have a look at them over at the last month. I don't think they've recovered as much as they probably would have liked to from what I can see so far. But again, if we look over the last month, we'll look at, 15th of August, before and after, completely different picture, right? Undeniably, the algorithm has changed more. This is not clickbait. This is not Julian Goldie trying to get clicks and getting a high CTR. Undeniably, the Google Core Update has had huge impact on the SEO industry, and it's only been 12 days, right? 27th of August today. It was the 15th of August when this got released, and everything has changed since. So again, you can see RetroDodo.com, they were at 34,000 traffic. Now they're at 68,000. I don't expect ChipperBirds.com to come back anytime soon, but I think this is a great example of like how sites can bounce back, as you can see right here. Now, the thing that I would say with RetroDodo particularly is like they've not recovered anywhere near where they were previously. But as I've shown you with BaconBacon.com, they've actually recovered more. Like they're at an all-time high, and they got smashed by the helpful content update. Someone else asked me as well, like, can you give me a blueprint? And this was in the SEO boardroom. Someone asked me for a blueprint on recovering sites from updates like this. But the thing is, right, there's no one, as far as I'm aware, there is no one that can recover your site, right? Like this is not like some SEO magic where some experts come in and recovered the site from the HCU. It's literally just like core update gets released. Google changed a few different things inside the algorithm, and then off to the races we are, my friend. And it's really good to see that. I'm happy to see that. So if you have any questions as we go along, this is live, so feel free to ask them. Otherwise, I'm going to get into some other stuff. I'm going to recap on what I've shown previously so that I can help you. But just to recap, AI site off to the races. RetroDodo.com, recovering the traffic. BaconBacon.com, higher than they ever were before. And DriveAndReview.com, they've actually increased. Let's have a look now. Yeah, so they've increased from basically nothing all the way up to 15,000. And that is increasing all the time. And so absolutely amazing to see. Now, what I want to show you in a second is some other cool stuff that's happened recently. But one thing, I don't know if people have seen this, but this is actually from it was a list that I got recently. I'm trying to find it now on the list. Recovery. Let me find this list. There was a list of sites that had been recovered. It was about 100 sites. I'm trying to find it right now, but I cannot find it. And so we might just go on to the next thing. But if you have any questions in the meantime, whilst I'm trying to find this for you, you feel free to ask as we go along. Here we go. All right, this is the August core update winners, right? So the latest winners from the August core update. It was a free giveaway that I got from Gumroad.com. So you can see this is from Ian Nuttall. It's available on Gumroad. It's called August core update winners so far, and it is really, really good. So I'm going to pull this up and I'll show you some examples of sites that are listed and have done really well. I won't show the whole list because obviously I want Ian to get some opt-ins, and you can have a look. But if we go onto this list, as you can see right here, you can see some of the sites that have recovered from the August core update. Let me find that list right here. Here we go. We'll click on this. And yeah, you can see, for example, DriveAndReview.com, they have increased by 36,211%, which is not bad if you ask me. Feast for a fraction is recovered by 4,900%. Let me zoom in so you can see these numbers. And UrbanMatter.com, 2,779%. ExploreWarnNever.com, 2,394. In fact, what I'm going to do is I will include this link in the comments. If you watch it on the replay, it'll be in the comments as well. But I've just posted the link in the comments. So if you want to get access to that, shout out to Ian Nuttall for producing it. You can get free access to that directly inside the comments right there. But yeah, you can see, for example, Explore No One Ever. Let's have a look. 2,304%. Let's pull some of these up and have a look and see what's going on. But yeah, the main thing to note here is like there's a lot to be positive in the SEO industry, right? A lot of things have changed, and a lot of things have changed in a positive way. Jaden says, best update in a while. A few of my sites got a much needed lift, which is awesome. Congrats to Jaden. And Walter Gong says, my AI site declined to 0. I've not seen any of my sites decline to 0. I've seen one or two of them, take a little drop here and there, but I think it's going to be a volatile time. But yeah, if we look at Explore Never, so they were at 196 traffic, and now they've increased to 8,600 traffic. Larry says, sorry, Julian just got here. Are these AI content sites bounce back? I'm not sure whether these were AI content sites or not, but if you want to see an AI content site that is performing really well since the core update, here's an example, right? So this is oiltherapycentral.com, and they were at like 0 clicks a couple of months ago. Now they're popping off to the moon. Goal says, have your public, they're on the VIP list. The public case studies that I had a few months ago, if anyone's not familiar with that, basically they got manually taken down for being public case studies. And that's okay. That was going to happen. But I don't see them coming back anytime soon, simply because they were on the VIP list, right? And they had to be made an example of. So I don't think they're ever going to get back into the rankings anytime soon. We've got another question here. Hi, Julian. Can you share something about SEO strategies which is suitable for current scenario in? And what is the basic steps involved to increase organic traffic to reach peak level? Is only paid ads to support to reach so many traffic? Well, you definitely don't need paid ads to get a lot of SEO traffic, right? The way that I look at SEO right now, and it depends how you want to do it, right? I've got two different methods. So I have the method inside my SEO Elite Circle, and I'll run you through the basic steps. It's a 6-week roadmap, right? And so basically how this works, and it's all about the fundamentals of SEO. But if we pull these up, right, and you can watch about the Q&A calls as well back here inside the SEO Elite Circle. But essentially the actionable steps are keywords, content, link building. Then you're going to hire. Then you're going to focus on conversion rate optimization. And then you're going to focus on setting up some systems that improve without you even being in the business. Like, that's the best way to do it, right? And I've tested many things for many years. These are easily the best ways to get more traffic, right? With SEO, based on what's working for me. And so if you want to get more traffic, follow these steps. Now, how do you do the keywords? Basically, you just find low competition keywords. How do you do the content? You would use something like this checklist right here. Let me put it in the video notes from today. I'm going to pop that into the video notes down there. There we go. And you might be asking, okay, well then how do we do the content step by step? Here's a little step-by-step process, right? So you're going to find low competition keywords. Then you're going to write an outline. Then you're going to make sure your article matches search intent of Google. And that's basically how step-by-step you can get good rankings with SEO. I actually discovered something really cool today, which was a free content optimizer. I've got another video on that if you want to check it out. But basically, this free AI SEO content optimizer is absolutely amazing. Honestly, I can't believe it's free. I compared it in the video. You can see the video tutorial inside the SOP right here. And this video tutorial it basically breaks down like how to optimize your content for free. So just to recap, the actionable steps to get SEO traffic. Number 1, do the keywords. Number 2, do the content using the checklist. Number 3, you can optimize your content for free using this AI SEO tool, which is Zista, however you want to say it, right? Right there. And then you can sign in, log in, boom, you're off to the races. And then from there, of course, you want to focus on link building. Now, if you're not sure how to do link building, just check out the link building section inside my free SEO course. Links in the comments description. But basically, you're just reaching out to other sites and asking them to link to you. That's basically it. Let me find the link building section for you right here. There we go. 15 different tutorials in there to get backlinks based on what's working for us. As an example of that, if you want to see some backlinks and what you can build and that sort of thing, let me pull juliangoldie.co.uk, which I actually launched a few months ago. So it shows you that it's working, shows you that you don't need to do anything crazy over a long period of time. You see this DR48 website right here, it will get attacked. As a personal case study, it's going to get attacked. But you can see here that it's a DR48 website. It's increasing in traffic very nicely. Look over the last year, traffic's going up. And basically the way that you're getting backlinks is just within content naturally, as you can see with these links. And that's basically it. Keywords, content, backlinks, SEO over. You don't need to hire an expert now. If you want to get that customized to your business, feel free to book in a free SEO strategy session. Links in the comments description. We'll just run through your website, give you some personalized, actionable tips on how to improve that. But that's essentially it. In fact, what I'm going to do, if you want to get access to the video notes from today, and I'm going to show you some other cool stuff that I've created recently that I think will be very helpful. But if you want to get access to everything from today, let me find the update section here. And we'll put 27th of August. And if you want to get the free course, click the link in the comments description, go to updates, go to 27th of August, and the video notes, my friends, will be inside the video description. Just waiting for that to load. So yeah, that's it. Let's have a look what else we got. Tom says, I hate these updates. Every time they happen, people spam, don't post too much, all the traffic comes back, probably should just ignore them. Wish Google would give clarity on how much we can post. The way that I personally try to figure out, okay, how much can I post at a safe rate is basically I'll look whether my content's indexing or not. If it's indexing, great, I can create more content, especially if it's ranking. And then I'll see, right, okay, will it never like 3 or 4 posts I create start ranking? Okay, great. Will another 2 or 3 posts per day start ranking? And I'll just gradually scale it up as long as it's indexing and it's ranking at the same time. And that's basically how you can figure out whether your website can, how much content you can produce on your website. What I wouldn't do is start spamming loads of content at once, because I just don't think that works. And I think that Google has things within their updates that avoids indexing websites that are posting too much. So hope that clarifies it for you, Tom. Marky says, dude, do you hire human writers anymore or just AI? So for my personal sites, we don't use human writers anymore. We have human virtual assistants who create the content with AI, and they basically just use AI as an assistant. And then what they'll do is they'll run through a checklist where they can edit the content before it's posted, like you can see inside the video notes from today. But for clients, we have a lot of clients who are like, do you know what? I don't want to get involved in that AI stuff. I don't want to take any risks, etc. And so in that case, we just supply human written content. Why? Because they want to be careful. They don't want to get the website taken down. And obviously AI is a risk. It's a new technology that no one understands yet. So I think that you do have to be careful when you're creating AI content, but that's why I have the checklist and the quality control places. So Mert says, I got fake clicks and my positions were down. How can I fix it? So I think everyone gets a bit of bot traffic to the website, but I would just be patient and see it through. And, if there's any particular traffic coming from an IP that is obviously fake, I think you can just hide that IP or block that IP address from coming to the website. Otherwise, you can get stuff like, for example, what is it called now? WordFence, I think it's called. WordFence is a free plugin on WordPress, and that can avoid the fake traffic. Otherwise, you can get Cloudflare as well. Cloudflare is another sort of security measure you can put on your website. So Cloudflare, it kind of helps you avoid bot traffic. And then the other one is WordPress WordFence plugin. And that's a great plugin that you can get as well, just to keep your site safe. I think those 2 things will probably do the 80-20 of it for you. Goal says, for a new content site, you've mentioned it's worth creating 50 pieces of content before indexing. Now, do you build backlinks to those posts before indexing or after? So for the link building, I would try and get that started as soon as possible for your website, right? Whether they're indexed or not. So for example, for us, if you look at the pages on juliangoldie.co.uk, and you look at the pages that we've created and got backlinks from, we started creating the backlinks as soon as we possibly could, right? We didn't wait for the pages to get indexed. And the reason for that is if it's like a new domain, it has no trust. If it has no trust, it's going to be very hard to rank. And so, if you're thinking, right, how do I get my website ranked quickly, which we all are, and we're all thinking, right, how do I get more SEO traffic? How do I rank quicker? How do I make more money from my website? Well, the easiest way to give yourself a boost is to create more high quality content and also to build backlinks. Backlinks are what tends to make the difference. And Tourist Spot 10 says, Google citation worth it or not? I wouldn't recommend citations. Personally, I've not tested it myself, so I probably shouldn't say like you definitely can't do it or not. But from what I've seen, like everyone is using the same citations, and they've never really helped me for my rankings. So for us, whenever we've tried to get a website ranking fast, whether if you see at the case studies of my free SEO strategy session, you'll see that those sites we just did link inserts, so we did Harrow for them. And both of those link building strategies work really well when it comes to link building and getting good results with these websites, right? Now, I want to show you some recent examples. So we've covered like some sites that have recovered after the core update and some AI sites that have been built that performed really well. Like, for example, baconbacon.com, RetroDodo have done well. We've talked about the Google core update in August 2024. We've talked about Drive and Review and how they've recovered. And I've also shared this link for you where you can check out the August core update winners. Shout out to Ian Nuttall. Thank you for that. And yeah, you can see a lot of these sites are performing really well. This is another one. And I'm going to share this inside the framework as well from the video notes, but I want to show some other cool stuff as well. So recently I've done some videos on like backlinks to avoid, right? So a lot of people, when they try and build backlinks to a new website, they're like, oh, I'm just going to build loads of PR website backlinks because that's the easiest and best way to do it. But the problem with that is, right, a lot of these are really low quality. Now, I did a video on it yesterday, so I won't go too much in depth on it today. But if you want to see some examples of like these sort of newswire sites, here's an example, right? So this is the post on the Dispatcher, and you can see that it's from a website that's like DR46, but it doesn't get any traffic, doesn't rank for any keywords, and the page itself doesn't get indexed, and that's from like months ago, right? It's not like we created it yesterday. And so these are the sort of link building strategies I would try and avoid. Same with profile links. Profile links are just really terrible links like that. You wouldn't want a backlink from that sort of page. And the final method that I wouldn't recommend doing is Fiverr backlinks, right? So here's a bunch of Fiverr backlinks that we bought. We built them to a test website, and they were terrible, to be honest with you. Not quality at all. So if you want to get backlinks, just do outreach. Like outreach tends to be the thing that gets us the best results. As I've shown today, like for example, with juliangoldie.co.uk, you can see that this grew to DR48 really quickly, and it was done just by doing outreach, as you can see. And you can see that there's a clear correlation between the backlinks built, so the number of referring domains, and the organic traffic. Like it's directly correlated, as you can see right there. And so that's what I'd recommend when it comes to link building. The other cool thing that I want to show you is we have built a bunch of cool stuff recently. Like, for example, this free Perplexity AI SEO tool. Now, I don't know if you've already seen this or not. Some people watching this will have done, some people won't. But basically, what you can get is a template like this. You make a copy of it. It's got a Google app script attached inside of it. And then you would plug in your Perplexity API into this tool. And from there, you can create content, right? And you can get it to do prompts for you. Really powerful tool. And, you know, for example, anything that you can automate with AI, you can do directly inside the spreadsheet, which is going to save you a lot of time. By the way, if you have questions as we go along, if you want to see some of this stuff in action, etc., just feel free to comment in the questions. We can answer them as we go along. The other cool thing that I wanted to show you was AI video generation tools. So I actually made a video of that yesterday, but it's pretty amazing, some of this stuff. Here's an example, right? So if we go to klingai.com, and these are really cool. Number one, you can rank images. Number two, you can share these on social media to get more attention. Number three, you can actually insert them inside your content to make them more interesting. And number four, you can generate videos with AI, and then you can actually rank those videos on Google. Like, for example, a lot of my best ranking pieces of content ever are from video, not from actual pages. And so that's why you would use this for SEO. If you want to see some examples of like previous assets and images that we've created right here, let me go back to assets. Let me find the recent ones. Yeah. So for example, what you can do is you can go into Kling, you can click on clone and try. And then here's one that I actually created earlier, as you can see right here. Pretty amazing, right? Just a little cheeky video generated with AI, one single prompt. That's the prompt right there. You can generate images really easily there. Now I've got 7 different ways to generate videos, as you can see, with these AI tools, but it's pretty amazing. And I would recommend like just checking out. So that's pretty much it. Now I want to answer some of the recent questions that we got on my channel as well. So we'll run through some of these. Let's see if we've got any on this video right here. Let's have a look what we got. Yeah, a lot of people are saying Zisto is a pretty amazing tool. I don't know if you've already seen this. If not, check out the video I actually created earlier. But if you haven't seen that already, let me sign in and I'll show you exactly what I am talking about. So I'm just going to log into Dashlane. And this free AR optimizer is just as good from what I've seen versus actual paid tools. So it's available at ZIZTA. And basically what you can do is you can optimize your content for free inside this tool using AI and reverse engineering SERPs, right? And then you get a content score based on your content and how it's performing. You get a list of LSIs and it tells you how many times to include them. And bear in mind, this is free. Like, you're not paying for this tool. Again, it tells you like how many words to include, how many headings to include, images, etc. I've got a full SOP directly inside the video notes from today, which you can see right here. But basically, you can use this tool and the prompts that I've given to re-optimize your content, right? So let me show you an example of how this works. So let's go on to oiltherapycentral.com and we'll take a random piece of content from the website. Maybe we take one, I don't know, like let's take this example right here, right? We'll take this one and we'll grab the title like so, and we'll put that as a new piece of content. So I'm going to put new query over here, then I'm going to put query keyword. And the main thing about this, right, is that this is really powerful for re-optimizing your content so that it's more likely to rank. And Jaden asks, what's the limit on the free plan? I'm not sure if it's got a limit or not. Like it says 0 remaining credits right there. But so far from what I've seen, like there must be a limit. I can't see where the limit is. Tom says, is that tool any different to Perplexity Pages? Very different indeed. The Perplexity tool that I showed earlier, basically what you're doing is you're plugging your API into a spreadsheet, and then any prompts that you normally do inside Perplexity, you can just have inside that spreadsheet, and it'll save you a lot of time and a lot of copy and pasting. And Tourist Spot 10 says, please give me animation 7-minute video prompt. Great one. All right, we'll come back to that 7-minute prompt in a second. I'll show you how to generate 7-minute videos in a second, right? So let's put this query into the optimization mode. Then what we're going to say is United States, American English for a new page. We'll have a look at the top 5 results from Google to analyze. So you can see you can select number of Google results to analyze. And from here, we're going to click create page. And basically what we can do is we can generate the content outline that we need to create for our content. So you can see it's in progress right there. So it's like one-click thing. And then once we've done that, we can, for example, like take the content that we've got from this page. There we go. And then we're going to plug that into here, like so. And we should be able to check the score. Let's check the score. Maybe it's still loading. Doesn't seem to work right there. Normally it does work. I didn't have any problems. If that doesn't work, then I'll come back to it in a second. Yeah, you can see it's still in progress. So it's taken a while to load. Might have to come back to it later. But in the meantime, what we'll do as well is we'll run through the example prompt that I use to generate like 7 or 8 minute videos, right? And I'm going to drop this recipe as well directly into the video notes from today. Basically, what you can do is if you go to like InVideo.io, you can generate videos by using this prompt right here. So it's inside the video notes, and you just go into login, wait for that to load, and once we go from here, we can say make a 8-minute video on, for example, can cats eat bananas? Make the intro short and straight to the point. Make the video fun and entertaining. Keep the style fun. The overall mood for the video should be entertaining and lighthearted. Make the voiceover female, like a cat. You can actually add your own voice as a voiceover if you want. You can train it, which is pretty amazing. So if you go to Explore All, clone your voice, you can actually clone your voice and have it as a voiceover. And then we'll put like a cat, we'll hit generate video, and then it will start generating the video for us. As you can see right here, it starts to generate. So pretty amazing what you can do with InVideo, honestly. I've created some videos on YouTube already about that. Hisaifa says, Julian, you're the AI guy. Thank you. Do you ever have problems getting pages with AI content crawling index without using an indexer? Plus, how long to wait for crawling indexing specifically during this update? So definitely there are indexing issues, right? There's definitely some indexing issues. What I would say with that is there's a few different ways that you can index it. Let me put this inside the video notes as well. There's a few different ways that I like to index. I've even got it as a template because so many people ask me this. There's many different ways you can do this. Number one, if you don't, I know you said you don't want to use an indexer. So if you don't want to use an indexer, just use Google Search Console for small batches of content. Now, it actually depends what your crawl budget is for the website, right? So, for example, if you're an established website, AI or not, your content will get crawled or not. I don't think it really comes down to whether it's AI or not. But obviously, if you're creating content with AI, you're probably publishing at a faster pace than most websites with a human writer. And so, for example, if you want to see some AI sites like just absolutely popping off, let's have a look at Perplexity AI, right? They definitely don't have any indexing issues. So this is an AI site, and they don't have any indexing issues. But what I'd recommend is you use Google Search Console for small batches of content, build some internal links that'll help index it quicker, index the internal links on Google Search Console too, share it to social media, and build backlinks to your website too. Those few things, plus patience and time and consistency, will make a big difference towards getting your content indexed faster. And then if you do want to use an indexer, you can just use something like Indexceptional to help you. That's pretty much it. Tom says, is InVideo attached to the internet? I wonder if you can just link a blog post and then link a bunch of outputs based on the blog post name in Make. Yeah, so I don't think it's actually, as far as I'm aware, I don't think you can link InVideo to Make.com, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, I don't think so. But there are Make automations. If you search on YouTube, there's a bunch of like faceless automations with Make.com. It's just, they're extremely complicated. I saw like a guy setting it up and it took him about 2 hours. And I was like, he's probably an expert in automations. And even he was struggling for 2 hours. So I don't see the point of teaching it on YouTube, especially when there's so many people that struggle with just basic automations with Make.com and that sort of thing. So coming back to the content optimizer, you can see it's now complete. So we're going to go and edit. We'll wait for that to load. And again, this is a free tool, right? So you're not paying for Content Optimizer. It is free. And you can see it comes out at 87% optimized. Pretty impressive. That's the content from Autoblogging that we plugged in right there. And yeah, really good. Wow. That's higher than I expected it to be. Now, obviously, when you're using these sort of tools, use it with a pinch of salt. Not everything that you get told by the tool is perfect. And obviously, you got to write for the user, not just the algorithm too. But that's basically it. And Zypher says, do you offer white label services? Yeah, we do. So we have 2 ways you can do that. Number 1, feel free to book in a free SEO strategy session. We actually love working with agencies white label. And some of the biggest agencies around actually white label through us. So if you want to book in a free SEO strategy session, feel free to do that. Links in the comments and description. And we could get you a discount, right? If you're an agency, we can give you white label prices. You'll save a fortune and you can buy backlinks through us, right? And we'll just do all the work and then you just communicate with the client. That's pretty much it. So feel free to put that in links in the comments and description for the free SEO strategy session. The other option is, and I can help you with this, is like if you want personal help with me on how to white label stuff, like we actually have a how to white label SEO link building course inside the SEO Elite Circle. Plus you can DM me anytime you get stuck. You can ask the community because there's a lot of people in here who are trying to white label SEO as well. And then additionally, we do weekly live calls with me directly. So this is like the only time that I jump on calls with people, right? And so if you want to jump on calls directly with me and white label, feel free to get the SEO Elite Circle or book in a free SEO strategy session. And Walter says, all AI content has been indexed and at the beginning, get organic very fast, but after 3 weeks declined to nothing with all pages still being indexed. Cannot find my site even if search it. Yeah, so it sounds like basically you can't find your site, your rankings are down, you've taken a bit of a battering. If that's the case, feel free to book in a free SEO strategy session. We can just take a look at your site and see, right, is there anything wrong? Is there anything you can improve, etc., that sort of thing. So yeah, feel free to. Yeah, and so that's pretty much. CX says, how come you have so many credits on Autoblogging? He's sponsored by them. No, but we do a lot of tests with Autoblogging, right? So we do a lot of testing, and then I check the content. It's probably the tool that I've most rigorously tested. So yeah, I'm not sponsored by them. I don't get paid by them. I do get paid some affiliate by Autoblogging, but whenever I use affiliate links, I actually don't use affiliate links on YouTube, but whenever I do, I just include them as a disclaimer inside the video or inside the document that I share them with. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, so this is a free SEO optimizer SOP, as you can see right here. And these are the steps, as you can see. So that's pretty much it when it comes to everything that I've talked about. Katie says, autoblogging has stood the test of time. I've got a lot of content still ranking. I'm looking for a secondary writer that is equally as good. Do you have any recommendations for me? I'm trying to think, do you know what? One of the tools that got me the best results out of everything was Surfer SEO. And I think they dropped their prices quite a lot. When I was using Surfer SEO, they dropped the prices quite a lot. I think it's still expensive for most people, but it depends how much money you're making back. So that was a really good option. Agility Writer I really liked as well. Agility Writer was a good option. And obviously Cuppa AI, actually. If you're looking for a cheap way to rank content, Cuppa AI is probably one of the best. As an example of that, right? If I go into Google, I'll just check if this page is still ranking. Yes, it is, right? So I can show you this as an example. So you can see here for the keyword best SEO speakers, me and Charles actually re-optimized this page. And what we did with Cuppa AI was we took the knowledge from Perplexity and then we plugged that knowledge directly into Cuppa AI. And we did it on a live stream. Like, you can check out the live stream. Let me find the link for you. But basically, we took the content from Perplexity, plugged it into this LinkedIn article, ranked it, and previously it was ranking like 5th or 6th on the first page, and now it's ranking first page. So yeah, I would say probably second best is actually Cuppa. Like, Cuppa AI got some of the best results so far. And if you want to see the live stream on that, let me find the link right here. Where is it now? Oh, here we go. It was down there. It's disappeared from the stream. Yeah, I think it was this one right here that we did the live test on. So I'll grab the video URL, and if you want to get access to that, just look it up on YouTube. Otherwise, I've included the video URL inside the video notes from today. But yeah, that's probably your best option, I would say. Huzaifa says, in the free call with you, do we get to call with you or someone from your team, or can discuss anything about SEO or link building? Yeah. So the people that jump on the call with you on the free SEO strategy session, they are personally trained by me, and I speak to them every single day. The reason that I don't do the call myself is simply because, number one, I don't have the time to jump on the call with everyone, and number two, the people that I do jump on a call with are the people inside the SEO Elite Circle, because they've paid for that privilege to jump on a call with me and get that one-to-one help. So yeah, that's it. But what I will say is, inside the free SEO strategy session, number one, these people have been doing, my team, they're world-class experts. Like, they've worked on hundreds of campaigns. I've trained them personally. I speak to them every single day. I watch back pretty much every single sales call and try and analyze, okay, how can they improve? How can they help people more? How can they give more value? And then additionally, inside that free SEO strategy session, it's just like, right, ask any questions you want. If you have questions about SEO, we'll either help you on the spot, or if we need to do more research, we'll come back to you. But either way, we can help you as much as we can on that call. Tom says, have you seen any of the Shopify blog apps like Boggle? Any thoughts on those? I've not seen them at all, actually. I don't own the Shopify store, so I don't really do any SEO on it. We have a lot of clients who use Shopify, but we just build backlinks or create content for them. Like, I don't manage or own the store myself. And Goal says, how much does Auto Blogger cost per article on average? Let me check out the prices right here. We'll have a look on the website and we can pull these up, and I'll find them for you. So let me have an example. There we go. Yeah. So if we have a look at the plans, so these are the costs. So $399, $799 for the standard plan, so 1,800 credits, and then $2,000 for 6,000 credits, which is probably the best value, right? So those are your three options. Katie says, please drop the link here. That's fine. Yeah, just get it from the video notes. It will be in there, because everything that I've mentioned, I don't want to send the links all individually, all that sort of thing, but just get the video notes. And then Sensors Tech says, is this done on purpose to push Google's profit margin up? Debatable, but no one really knows what goes on behind the scenes, do they? I don't want to make any accusations, but yeah, interesting times. And then Huzaifa says, can we do screen sharing in the call? Absolutely. That's basically what we do in the call. Is like, number one, we get your application before the free SEO strategy session, and we get your website and everything like that. And then we look for it before the call. And then on the call, we share, like, right, here's what we think you can do better. This, and this. Like, these are the highest leverage, most impactful things that we think we can improve on your website. And that's purely based on our tests and based on what works for us and our clients. So it's all about getting you the best results possible. And Cypher says, thoughts on cold calling, cold emails for SEO. So this is an interesting one, actually. I'm going to tell you now, the cold email works really well. And I've actually got a training inside the classroom. If we go to, where is it now? I want to find the cold email blueprint. Let me find that now. Yeah. So I actually have a 33-minute training inside the SEO Elite Circle, which you can see right here. So this is for landing clients with cold email based on what's working for us. We pull up examples in the video, and we also have an example game plan, right? So in that link right there, it literally tells you, right, do this, 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 and this if you want to get clients from cold email. And yeah, works really well. What I would say is the overall strategy, and obviously it's outside the scope of this video, but if you join the SEO Elite Circle, you find it there. And also with the cold email training, right, it's really just about reaching out and giving massive value. Now I show really scalable ways to do that inside the call, but yeah, pretty amazing. And then also for selling SEO via cold calls, I'm actually going to release a new training for cold calling that's working for us right now. And it's working really well. But it's a special system that I've not seen anyone else like talk about it. So that's coming into the SEO Elite Circle, I would say, within the next couple of weeks. We're landing like sales calls every single day just from doing this method. Like it's absolutely amazing. And so I've already got the SOP, and basically I'm going to take that SOP and then just plug it straight into the SEO Elite Circle, and people can just use it when they want to. So if you're watching this video, by the way, and you are in the SEO Elite Circle, look out for that, because it's going to be really good. The Cypher says, how do you afford offering free calls? So basically, I'll be honest with you, right? I'm not going to BS you. Basically, when people jump on the free calls with us, there's a certain percentage who want to hire us, right? Because we give so much value on the call. And so when people jump on the call with us, we give them so much value. They're like, oh, we know what to do, but we don't have the time to do it. And so they either buy the SEO Elite Circle from us, or they buy our link building service. And that's basically how it goes. So that's how we give the free calls. So yeah, obviously we're a capitalist company, and we try and help people, and, you know, we give a lot of value on the call. And if it makes sense to work with us, we're happy to do so. But if not, you get a lot of value from the call either way. The Sensor Tech Forum says, I got from 15K to 1.5K daily, and we tried literally everything. I see a lot of websites being sacked and deranked, and nobody seems to have a solution or to know when the site will be back. Yeah, the updates are brutal, but if you want some ideas on like what you can do and how we can help, feel free to book in a free SEO strategy session. We can take a look at your site, try and figure out, okay, why have your rankings dropped? The other thing I would say is, like, the core update is still rolling out. It's still early days, right? It's probably going to take a couple more weeks at least. And so I wouldn't lose hope too much. Like, if your site is taking a bit of a pattern, wait for it to roll out. Don't make any sudden changes, and then have a look and then reassess. But feel free to book in a free SEO strategy session. And Cypher says, thoughts on reselling SEO for beginners and any reliable white label agencies to outsource work to? Yeah, so our agency, feel free to hire our agency, and we can help you with white label SEO. And when it comes to reselling SEO, so we have that course on how to white label link building, and we also give you a lot of support, right? So for example, our account managers, they can show you, like, here's how to white label link building. Here's a course to do it, right? Here's how to do it step by step. Here's how to get clients. That's all in the SEO Elite Circle. So yeah, feel free to check it out. And Impact Motive says, one of my AI sites has huge ups and downs in positions. One day the average position is 28, next day it falls to 81, another day it comes back at 30 after August core update. I've seen a lot of the AI sites that we have very temperamental right now. So they're bouncing up and down all over the place, right? As an example of that, like, if you look at the Oil Therapy Central website that I was talking about earlier, that website is up and down like a yo-yo. But thankfully, overall, it's doing pretty well. So if you look, for example, at this page, like, it is up and down all the time, up and down. But when it does that, yeah, it's gradually going up over time. And Paul says, a website's written using Autoblogger still ranking even after the update if the website doesn't have strong EAT or branding. Yeah, here's an example, right? This website has 0 EAT and still ranking and still hitting record highs after the core update. So it's doing better than ever. And Ken Plain says, can we get that cold email in the boardroom? I tell you what, if you're in the boardroom, just drop me a DM. If you're already I'm feeling generous. If you drop me a DM in the boardroom, I'll send you the link and the details to the cold email SP. Happy to help. It's normally just for the SEO Elite Circle, but want to help you as much as I can. If you're in the boardroom, feel free to drop me a message and I will send that straight over to you, my friend. Appreciate it. DK Eagle says Airtable versus Notion. I actually don't use either. I don't use either options. Depends what you're trying to use it for. But for me personally, like I like to keep everything really simple. So when we're creating, for example, like systems of SEO, usually it's just on a spreadsheet. Like I always find the simplest solution is the best. That's the Occam's razor theory. And Occam's razor is like simplest solution is the best. So for example, why would I use a fancy Airtable if I can just put it in a Google Sheet and it's going to be easier and faster and more shareable with my team and I don't get charged to use it and everything else. That's the way that I think, but each to their own. I know Notion, it looks really nice. It looks very nice. So yeah, I get it. And then Huzaifa says, in your free call and other services, do you just talk on link building or everything in SEO, like indexing, local site structure, on page? Yeah. So it's not just about link building that call. Like we'll show you, for example, some easier keywords to rank for. We'll show you examples of how to improve your content. We'll look at your site architecture. We'll look at everything. And if you have any questions about anything as well, just feel free to ask on that call. Pretty simple, easy to do. So that is pretty much it, my friends. We've been through everything. I've shown you how to get the video notes. Just get it in the free course. Links in the comments and description. Then once you've logged into the free course, just go to updates and 27th of August, showing you how to get it. So feel free to get that. And if you want to book in a free SEO strategy session, feel free to check that out. We'll show you how we take websites from 0 to 145,000 visitors per month and generate thousands of dollars in sales on autopilot without Facebook, Google ads. And basically on that call, as I was talking about, you will get a free SEO domination plan to cover the secrets of link building. We'll answer any questions that you have. You'll learn the best link building strategies for your website, how to outrank your competitors, and how to increase your SEO traffic based on what is working for us, as you can see, plus many, many other clients we work with, right? So feel free to book that in. If you want to jump on calls with me, I know a lot of people always ask me, like, how do you jump on a call with Julian Goldie? Feel free to join the SEO Elite Circle. We do live calls every week, and these are on a video call, so you can ask me any questions live in person. I can pull up your website, that sort of thing. And you can also get access to all of these courses. Like, it's absolutely amazing value. You also get the community, so you can network with other people. You can ask questions inside the community, get people's ideas. And additionally, yeah, you get the DMs with me as well, as you can see right here. So if you're waiting in between calls, you can just DM me right there. Wealth by Mind says, hi, Julian, thank you for all your time and knowledge. Did you say to check out Cuppa AI? Yeah, Cuppa's a good one. Auto blogging is the one that's got me the best results so far, but there's so many good options on the market today. So that is pretty much it for me. Thank you, everyone who's asked the questions. Great questions. And I will see you on the next live stream. Appreciate it as always. See you on the next one. Cheers.